Kamala. And you guys, at this point, I'll take any comments or questions or topics that you guys want to discuss at this point, because we're going into the second half. So anything you want to talk about, please bring it up. But this is the thing about somebody like Kamala. She believes that everybody else besides herself, because, you know, Kamala's pretty smart, but she thinks everybody else is stupid. She thinks everybody else is stupid. She can say and do what she wants. Nobody's going to fact check her. Nobody's going to find out. I mean, it's like me.
The new black media.
But if I knew I took money from a dude who, a guy's law firm who's done some hate, like they said over 100 young girls that he sex trafficked over the years.
Check my record.
But if I knew that I took money from that connection, I wouldn't be saying a whole lot.
I wouldn't be saying anything.
You know,
it's not enough you're gonna find it.
But she don't think that people will check her on it.
Right.
You know, so we need to keep that information before people. So good point. And let's see. And Jonelle says the number one Zionist in the game, game and white manipulation is to whites thinking they're doing way better than us black people, and blacks are subjected. Blacks are subjected to kiss up to whites like Sam and Captain America. And Brandy says, I knew he was in trouble when he was saying grab him by the pussy. And yet, Brandy, white women, even to this
day, support him.
Support Trump.
Did you see all those bobbleheads?
I did. All white women on CNN. Well, you know, I'm still with him. Oh, I think, you know, when they were talking about when he was saying send them back, go back to the right, you know. When we talk about sending them back to their country, they agree with him, you know, trying to explain. Well, he's right. If they don't love America, then yeah, I agree with them. And then she asked him at the end, so how many of you guys will still vote for Trump? And all of them raised their hand.
But isn't it amazing? You know you're in trouble when you got to explain another person's racism, which shows what you're about.
Right.
I would never explain.
Like that.
I would never explain. Say, look, that's.
So there you go. You know, Trump's racist rhetoric is doing its job. It's solidifying his base. It's telling that portion of America that I hear you when you say quietly within the confines of your homes that I wish they would go back to their own country.
And let's try to get some of these niggers up out of here too.
We don't want America to get brown. We send them back to their country, and yes, lock them up because they're a threat to us. So he's saying, I hear you when you say those things. And Arson says, I may not remember right, but the quote-unquote turning of the cheek on constant talk of MLK was something I think he came to regret around the end of his life. Is it not? Yes, that is true.
Yes, very true.
I mention this because today it's hard. Because it's hard to explain. We have to fight back without passing of violent rebels and made the enemies of the state. Malcolm X was radical and didn't care either way. Hell, even trying to be independent will get us passing a bad something. At this point, we must not care. Change for good, quote unquote, is likely feel very uncomfortable throughout the entire process until things get better. We must prepare to tough it out. Yeah. And that goes back to what I was saying as far as getting the ideology out of our heads that it's wrong to fight back.
Right.
Or if we fight back, it means that we're being violent or we're doing something to white people if we fight back, you know. But fighting back means I'm not going to allow you to continue to do what you're doing to us and get away with it. Like, I'm just me. I'd rather catch a case protecting myself than to catch a casket not protecting myself.
And here's the sad thing. If the people of color would bond together, isn't that funny how we can't even do that with our Hispanic brothers and sisters? But they want us to help them when it helps, doing illegal stuff. When legal stuff they don't want to, band together. Right. There's more of us than there are of white people collectively.
Well, and this is not all, because I don't like to deal in absolutes. This is not all Hispanic people.
No, not all, exactly.
But I'd say for the most part, Hispanics ain't trying to come over here to join with us.
No.
They're coming over here, and the ones that are here want to be better than us, be close to, like we was back in the day, trying to be close to white as possible.
Well, a lot of them, once they get her second generation, they don't even identify as Hispanic anymore.
Right. They identify as white. Right. So, yeah. That don't believe the hype that it's this brown and black and brown coalition is not.
No, not at all.
And Tay says Kamala's a barrel of bullshit. Once people realize this, her campaign is sunk. And I think
it's already sunk.
Yeah.
We already jumped on her before it even got started.
That's why she's having a hard time, because she can't do nothing. None of them can do anything without the black vote. She's thinking, I'm a black woman. That's what she tells us.
Mm-hmm.
She's a black woman. Black people are automatically going to be on board, which a lot of black people were on board the minute she announced, yes, I'm going to vote for Kamala.
And usually the game plan is you only go on the Breakfast Club once to get the black vote.
She's gone twice.
She's gone twice now.
But see, that's the Breakfast Club trying to sell us.
Right. Well, they're getting their butter biscuits from the same
butter biscuits.
from the same spot.
But if you looked at the interview too on the Breakfast Club, it had more thumbs down than it had thumbs up.
Right.
Terrible.
Because people are waking.
Right. And Brandon says, I don't trust Kamala, and you have good reason not to. Do not trust her. And then Jonelle says, Pamela is pawn. Who is Pamela?
Pamela.
I don't see a Pamela on here. And then Tay says, did you see the white girl on my page defending Trump? She got educated, and her dumb ass still supports him. Well, there's some people, no matter what you say to them, that Trump can do no wrong, because he is telling them what they believe and what they want to hear, that we are the superior race and we need to get rid of the others by any means necessary. And so Trump is just doing and reaffirming what she already believed. And so her mind's not going to be changed.
Yeah, there's some people you're not going to change. And the thing is, those of us that know, you don't put your faith in any man to do what you need to be doing for yourself.
Right.
So I put my faith in God, Allah, and all that other good stuff. So ain't no man going to solve all these problems. So no matter who gets up there, they're put there by God to begin with, in my opinion. So we're in the last. I mean, Jesus is right around the corner, believe it or not.
Is he?
He's right around the corner.
Oh.
When the children act like they're grown and going against the parents, and then you got this racist in the thing, it's done. We're done at this point. So.
And Jonelle says the white women is the evidence enough. Okay, and Arson says, I'm not American, but you guys don't seem to trust many of the candidates. Is any of them promising at all? I know little about politics, but let's be clear. I feel there's a strong chance your friend Donald Trump will be elected again. Yeah, I mean,
no, it's not a strong chance. It's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, I think. Not trying to be negative, but I do think we need to brace ourselves for Trump 2020. I mean, all the candidates, there's some candidates up there who need to be president. And to Arson's point, he's from Canada. Mm-hmm. But there's some candidates up there who would probably be a good president, but ain't nobody talking about them. Mm-mm. They're talking about your Bernies, your Bidens, your Kamalas, and
you could only be president in there if the establishment, Democrats or Republicans, put you there. It's as simple as that. Do you want to know why there's so many Democrats in the election process right now in the primary? Because they don't want Bernie Sanders to get the nomination. If Bernie Sanders got the nomination, I'm not voting for him, but if he did, he could beat Trump, because there are more millennials now than there are these, I was in the 60s. These people, generation fail. The millennials don't know anything about socialism. They don't know, it is what it is. And that's why they want the system to stay intact.
Right, the way it is.
It is.
Right. And let's see. Reginald says, who is the people of color? Well, as I said in the beginning of my monologue up front, I separated black people from people of color because that is the narrative that they go with now. It used to be minorities, but now you're hearing people of color. So obviously people of color, people who aren't white. I don't like to group us in the whole people of color narrative because then, as Dr. Claude Anderson says, that robs us of our unique experience in America, because there's a lot of people who have come over here.
We are ADOS.
Yeah, American Descendants of Slaves. Anybody who's come over here after black people have not had the experience that black people have.
Barack Obama, he's a black man, but he is not of ADOS.
Correct. And so when we say people of color, we lump ourselves in, robbing
us
and everybody else the chance to hear that no, black people have their own unique set of circumstances here in America.
And like a good example, like when you call yourself a minority, who benefited from the title of being minority more than anybody else?
Everybody else but black people.
Right. But as a group, women.
Women are a
White
minority.
women.
Gay people
White
are
women.
minorities.
Mhm.
Anybody
Right.
who was in a, not in the majority and
Right.
are marginalized people are considered minorities and people of color. And so,
Exactly.
Jonelle says Bill Cosby was in jail based off alleged old evidence. Trump got current affairs and doing far worse in the light. Black unity and self-love is a black nation salvation. Absolutely. I mean, like when I hear Trump has done something new, I'm like,
It's not a surprise.
and I don't shrug my shoulders like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, the thing is, I'm getting to a
What?
point when the news comes on and it talks about Trump, I turn the channel.
I do too. I see
It's just like,
articles.
yeah,
Because I don't
it's
watch
like-
TV, but I see the articles. I just keep scrolling.
Yeah,
like,
you just keep strong because it's like, what's new?
right. And if he actually kills somebody, I might actually open the
Yeah,
article and
I might
see.
open the
but
article,
yeah,
but-
you know. And Al says that couple, tell them don't go through her phone to see if she's cheating. Go to her bank app and send himself some money.
Let me jot that down.
No,
That's a good
And
one.
Tay says, did you see Biden down in LA at the soul food spot? The pandering from these dumbass candidates are doing anything to get the black vote. Absolutely,
Absolutely, because we are the deciding factor.
Right.
They can't win
That's
without
why
it.
They go, like we said, Joe Biden went to a church in South Carolina.
First stop.
His first stop. A black church.
After announcing that was his first
Right.
stop.
Why? Like, do we ever ask ourselves, why are we so important?
And what does he say every time? Any debate, anytime he's speaking, he lets you know, I was Obama's vice president.
And now we're like, and we weren't saying that before,
Right.
but we're saying that now. And let's see, Jonelle says majority of so-called foreigners that come to this country taking on white names are sellouts to their nation.
Of course.
Right.
The reason why a lot of people immigrated to the United States is because back in the day, let's go to the 19th century, when they're giving away free land to white people. All you had to do was go west, and they'll just give you the land, you stake the land, they'll give it to you. These Europeans heard about all that stuff, and they came here to take advantage of what we built.
Right.
Because the laws were against us. So they said, well, wait a minute.
Right.
There's opportunity over there. We get over there now. We can get on top of this.
Right.
And they took those riches while we were denied those riches.
Right.
That's historical fact.
And Sydney says, stop it, Donovan. Bernie has no chance.
No, he doesn't. That's why I said if he happened to have gotten
Right.
the nomination.
And Jonelle says, my fault. Kamala Harris is a pure pawn. Oh, yes. Yeah, and I don't even know if she's serious about being president or she just kind of there.
Well, the thing is, when you announce for presidency, you get your name out there more. It gets you more donors for the next election.
Right.
See, so it's very important.
I mean, hell, she ain't been a senator before, what, 2 years?
About 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Do your job here first.
So, that's all part of it. You want to get name recognition. It's like, let's say, Lindsey Graham. The guy's never announced for the presidency, right? But he's always on the news.
Right.
And he's a known senator.
Right.
Because there's name me the senator from Utah right now off the top of your head.
It used to be Mia, the black chick, but
No,
got her
that's the congressman. I said the senator.
Oh, God.
See what I'm saying? There are a lot of senators you would never even hear of because...
Right. And Charlie says, Andrew Yang says he is fighting to put humanity first, a universal basic income of $1,000 a month for every American, Medicare for all, human-centered capitalism.
Andrew Yang.
Yeah, and I like Andrew Yang, even though right now he's not talking about that, and he's not talking about reparations, but hell, some would say $1,000 a month is a form of reparation.
But if we get together, he gets the nominee and becomes a Democratic thing. We get our agenda, we write it down, we say, Andrew Yang, we will back you, but we want some reparation stuff going.
Anything. I like Andrew Yang. I honestly like Andrew Yang. But, we're talking about we need some reparations.
Yeah, and watch this election cycle. Andrew Yang is going to be third from the right.
And hopefully this time he says, hello,
yes.
I'm here.
And it's so sad. The stereotype of the Asian is like they're very docile.
Yeah, he got to get out of that. He
need
me on the team. I'll get him out of that real quick. And Jonelle says, let's put it like this. A lot of blacks comfortably being in a dead state, selling the black nation out for profit and weak gain, like Stephen and Django, loving to just talk to their oppressor and...
I told you who that you with!
Ooh, and crap on their toilets.
Yeah. I love you, like I said, who that you be with?
He's not going to sleep in his house?
Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, my man Sam Jackson, he was not acting. He was. That was
and Tay says it's Mitt Romney.
No. Well, now
Yeah.
Right, he's one of them. You're true. Okay, you got me on that one.
Yeah.
Right, but...
Kate know her stuff, okay?
Right, okay.
Mitt Romney.
Kate, we're trying to educate the audience,
This
please.
is the senator of Utah.
The junior senator.
Is he?
He's the junior senator.
Okay. Yeah, we thought we would have known that.
And Mitt Romney.
He did run for the president of the United States.
Yes.
Carter slipping, Tate. Carter slipping.
He moved from Massachusetts, from governor and senator in Massachusetts to now senator in Utah. Wow. Only a white person can do that. Go from state to state and just hold office.
Well, I do see it. Jonelle says, right, Donovan, the exploitation of us as a slave nation has made plenty generation filthy rich from 400 years till present day.
Absolutely.
And Kay says Mike Lee was the previous.
Yes, and Mike, wait, did he take Mike Lee? See, isn't Mike Lee still in the Congress?
Listen, y'all asking the wrong person.
Because he's a senior senator by like a year or two. I mean, it isn't like it's a big...
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't see any more comments, so I'll transition to this. The other day, and I just thought about this, I put a post up saying, because a lot of times we hear, and I don't even know if we talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. Well, a lot of times we hear people say, oh, our ancestors died for us to have the right to vote.
Bullshit.
I mean, how many times do we see people say that, especially in today's day and age? And Jonelle says, as a minister said, Sam played the role.
Yes, he did. He played
Samuel Jackson and Django as Stephen.
He should have gotten an award.
So we, especially in today's political climate, we hear a lot of people say or see a lot of people write, "Oh, you need to vote because our ancestors died for to have the rights to vote." And I'm like, no. Let's stop telling that lie. Mm-hmm. That's like saying our ancestors went to the, died, got mowed over by white supremacy, just so we can get into the booth. I think they want us to actually go into the booth and make a difference and get stuff done. Like, you think of our ancestors, we're talking about in the 1960s during the civil rights movement, they were fighting for the the right to vote. We have the right to vote, but for civil rights, in order to actually help us vote without being murdered, per se. Think about them now.
Right.
How would they feel to know that we really haven't moved the bar?
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly.
Like, if I was one of them and I'm lying there in my casket.
With your sun pump.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I died for?
Right. You gave up your life.
Y'all didn't move the ball at all. Y'all still fighting to eat with white people.
And then some of the people you worked with decided to enrich themselves when a bunch of us got shot down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, y'all still fighting to eat with white people. Y'all still mad because white people don't want you to come into their restaurants and live next to you. Y'all still mad about that? Like, what happened to group economics, organizing unity, get your own stuff, and start and get past the stuff we had? Because like when they were fighting to eat with the oppressor per se, it had a little bit more to do with it. They were being lynched and all that kind of stuff on a regular basis, and so it was more to it than that. We're still being lynched. Not as much as we were then, but we're still fighting to have that. Oh, I'm mad because the Waffle House wouldn't serve me. They locked the doors on me, and when I looked in, or peeping in the window, I saw white people eating it, and I just wanted to be with them. Or
we're so enamored, and did you know Cardi B's going to jail, and R. Kelly, and they're getting, and we don't give a shit. Yeah, it's tragic, but that doesn't affect you as a person. I'm gonna go on the record and say we don't care. Yeah. I don't care if I saw a video. People keep posting stuff. Cardi B is giving advice on how to be a hoe, and she's literally on giving levels to being a good trick. On this level, a trick just gets a Happy Meal, and on the top level, this trick is getting her dude or whoever is buying her a business. Ain't no pee worth over $10. I'm sorry. And any dude that is doing that, that's a damn fool. And Charlie says Andrew Yang talks about his agenda for black people on the Black Breakfast Club. Yes, I saw that, and he did talk about his agenda for black people. So like I said, I like also, somebody else came out. And it's funny how all these candidates now have an agenda for black people after the black media demanded it. And they know they cannot win without the
black
nomination.
people. They need not just some black people. They need the majority of black people, like all the other candidates, your Baracks, your Hillarys, and all those Clintons. All the other Democrats have needed the majority of black people to win. And you look at the votes and how they were segregated. Black people, the majority of black voters, rather, voted overwhelmingly for the Democrat. And so,
right. And if you don't believe that, why are the Republicans trying so hard to deny the black vote?
Right, because they know we don't necessarily give it to them in droves like we're giving it to the Democrats. But if we, suppress it.
But why are they targeting black voters? They're not targeting Hispanic voters. They're not,
because we the bomb, y'all. We make the difference.
And of course, mentally masturbating black women. I heard it today. It was a term said today on your girl Joy Reid, Mrs. I'm gonna get what I can get. Get me my butter biscuits, Joy Reid. The lady goes, well, the black women that are the backbone of the Democratic Party. That's nothing to be proud of. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? You're the backbone of the Democratic Party. So by saying that, you're the backbone and you're all proud in saying it, what has the Democratic Party done for black people? Not a damn thing.
And you talk about they bragging about it?
Black women, being the backbone of the Democratic Party. How the hell can you be proud of that? What's wrong with you? He's about to cry over here. What's wrong with him? Man.
Sydney says, hey, Donovan, so which martial arts should I start with?
The martial arts you should start with is a defensive martial art, because martial art is supposed to be defensive. You got the Taekwondo. It looks nice and it looks all awesome and stuff. But in a real world, and you're walking in a parking lot, I don't think you're going to be jumping over 3 cars just to knock somebody in the face. You want to just, defend yourself and run. That is basic karate. Defend yourself, get out of the danger, and run. You're not there to just go ahead and go toe-to-toe.
Bruce Lee?
That's a different...
that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. In the real world, that is how it works. Just get you a defensive one, enough that's going to defend yourself so you can get out of danger.
All right, okay. And Jonelle says, our people's blood is for us to have a mind of liberation, not lay at the killer's feet.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Al says, would you share with your audience the experience me and my coworkers dealt with a racist customer? If it's the one I think you're talking about. So Al, as you can see, can pass. For those of you guys who wonder what pass is, he can pass for black or white.
All this love is waiting for you.
Yeah.
Mr. Al DeBarge, stuntman himself.
So Al can pass for white or black because he is white and black. Okay, so him and a co-worker went to deliver some furniture to apparently a racist white guy's house, and his co-worker's black, visibly black.
Right.
And the guy says to Al, not knowing Al is also black, I don't want him in my house. You can come in, but he can't come in.
Lord.
So he said he's kind of freaked out a little bit because it's like, damn, well, what happens if he finds out I'm black?
Right.
I'm coming
Nigga, get your ass out my house.
I'm coming up in the house and, I'm black. Oh, my God. So needless to say, they didn't do it. They left, but,
absolutely.
Al is on the fortunate side, if you will, because a lot of people assume that he is white.
Well, he's one of those brothers down in the South.
But I'm going to say fortunate, not fortunate because he looks white. I'm saying fortunate in that he hasn't experienced racism like those of us who are darker persuasion has. And so he just says, I honestly haven't experienced that. And I said, well, when you do, then
you know.
You will know. When you actually experience, you're going to be like, damn.
Right.
So... Anyway, I think that's the story he's trying to get me to say. And Tay says, laugh my ass off. I saw that video. Cardi was doing the most. Yeah, telling people different levels of being a trick. And that's the kind of stuff we look at.
Yeah, we want to wife that. Who was the idiot that wifed that?
Offset.
Like I said, idiot. Keyword.
Right. And Brandon says, our ancestors died to fight for us to live freely. Yes, to live freely. And to use some common sense and get our own. God bless the child that has his own. Not God bless the child that's looking outside of a Waffle House wondering why I can't go eat with white people.
Or God bless the child that integrates into a system that is against them.
Right.
That's the damn fool.
Right. And be mad about it. Right.
Yeah.
And Tay says, why not empower women to work hard to be able to buy their own versus selling their badge to get material things? I mean, I agree with that. I mean, that, Donovan's point, I don't know how true most men feel that way, but he said it ain't worth more than $10.
It ain't worth more than $10. That's why you know Trump is a bad businessman. When you got to pay over $135,000 to sleep with a porn star, you ain't a good businessman. That ain't good business.
I don't know what the situation was with that, but
there are girls in the hood that'll do you up for a dime bag of weed.
Know what? Knock it off. But to Tay's point, no, I agree. We need to empower our girls that,
Yes.
God bless the child that has his own. Not to say, oh, I'm independent, I don't need no man.
We
None of that
need
kind of
each
stuff.
other.
We need each other. But have your own something, little piece of something, as the old people say, to bring to the table.
Or put it like this. I have nieces, okay? And everybody knows I'm a big Ike Turner follower.
Male chauvinist.
Traditional, right. But look, I ain't stupid either. I tell my nieces, you skim off the top and take some money and have for your own. Don't be stupid and depend all your stuff
That's
on
the
that
hustle
man.
you teaching your nieces.
Yeah, right. But wait, look, are they taking it?
Right. I mean, hey, you heard it from him. And Tay says, I don't need to sell my ass for clout and expensive things. I can buy that shit on my own. We have to stop this materialism BS with our community. Absolutely.
Absolutely, fellas. She's single
That's what she was talking
and
about.
she's balling.
Get him to buy you, and on this level, you get him to buy you some diamonds and a Mercedes, and oh my God, it's like, and people like look at Cardi B as like a deity.
You can wait.
This lady's looking at 14 felonies and going to prison, and yet people are taking advice from her.
You would be a damn fool to take that advice. You got women out here giving out pussy for free. Okay? So why would I want to buy you that kind of stuff? Unless I'm serious about you being my wife.
Right.
Come on now. Come on.
You heard it from him. And Brandon said the Republican Party used to be our party. Now we are Democrats. Absolutely. They just switched.
Same group.
And I mean,
Two arms of white supremacy.
Exactly.
There's no difference.
Under two different names.
Yep.
So absolutely,
No difference.
Brandy. And then she's laughing. That's something probably you said. Yes. And Jonelle says, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, we too happen. I think you missed the word.
Yeah.
Something happen to be doing temporary things. I think saying we're doing temporary things. We don't want temporary, we want permanent. Yes, so I'll just phrase what we were saying. The things we're doing now are going to lead us to temporary results and nothing lasting, nothing permanent.
Wait, leading us there. We're already at temporary results.
We're already there at temporary. We need to be at something lasting, and that's going to leave a legacy. That's another thing we don't teach our people about, leaving a legacy.
Right. And I say we're already there when the food stamp system crashes and all these black people all over the country are up in arms. You can't depend on somebody else to feed you.
Right, you're talking about the food stamp.
Yeah, the food stamp system when it crashed, the system crashed.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where we're at as a people. You know what I mean? So
God bless the child that has his own.
So come on, sisters, we got to do better. And I'm not like downing like it's black women's fault. I'm saying you guys are, yes, you're smart. Yes, you guys are the backbone of the community, not of no damn Democratic Party. Come on, you guys are the first teachers. Lead us where we need to go.
Are you going to follow?
Well, no, not me. I'm
a
leader. I'm a man. I can't follow. But what I'm saying is, I am susceptible because I need you as my partner to show me where I need to go and where I need to lead us.
Right. And your boo thing, Amanda says, protection because faith without the works is dead. So they say, absolutely.
Boo thing, I got that backyard hooked up.
Oh, yes, you got the backyard hooked up. Hey, Matthew said the them set blacks back 50 years.
Is that all, brother? Is that all?
And I would say
over 100.
Yeah, but have we even went anywhere since even 50 years ago? Have we ever even progressed since then? I don't think we have.
Yeah, no, he's on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely.
You on the right track. That's the message right there.
Right. And Cindy says Cardi lying too. She was tricking and got a college education. Did she? Is she out college educated?
I know she was stripping for really hard. Wow. If you go on YouTube or X video or something, you can find all her naked stripping things over there.
Yeah, I mean, she's potentially going to prison for. She got 14 felony counts of beating up some women in the bar.
Hey, that's no big deal. Lil' Kim went too. You know that's street cred.
Hey, is that what that
that's
is?
what that is.
All right, you ain't gonna be able to take your lace front to prison with you.
Well, she came out. Remember, Little Kim went in. Little Kim, she came out.
Big Kim.
No, Morlock.
Oh God. And oh, God. Jonelle says awareness leads to better choices. They must be taught. Few is teaching our youth. Absolutely.
No, that's the bad thing.
That's because the people supposed to be teaching the youth are doing the same. They like following Cardi B.
Yeah, and
those is grandmamas doing that kind of stuff.
And it's sad we having children.
Right.
Grandma's only 32 years old.
Grandma, they're talking about you better be careful with me.
And and grandma's accepting of the bad choices that the daughter keeps making, because if you go to some of these housing projects, who's in there with them? You got 3 generations of women,
mama, grandmama, and
the daughter and the baby, right?
Right. Ooh.
You know. So
Jesus,
it's just, we got to do better. And I say man and women,
absolutely.
And I hold men more accountable because we're leaving our responsibilities. Behind.
Hallelujah.
I don't want to hear about she put me on child support. You should have covered your little callywhacker up.
You better tell them.
Amen. Don't get excited.
Woo!
No, but you know what I mean. You got to put the fault where the fault is. Hey, there are other things you could have put your thing in.
That's Tuesday's show.
Okay,
that's Tuesday's show.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Put it in your hands.
Al says these women better meant me get them better. I think he said these women better get them a man that asks, have your kids ate, instead of asking, are the kids sleep?
Amen, brother.
He says women better start getting a man that asks them, have the kids ate, instead of are the kids sleep?
Yes. That's good. That's poignant. Think about what he said. Think about because there are a lot of men that are like that.
Right.
They don't give a damn.
Jonelle says we too happy with the temporary. Absolutely.
Yes.
And the city says she ain't going to jail. Well, I mean,
I don't know. I
don't want to see nobody in jail. Right. I hope not.
But I think they're going to send her to jail because she does have they're going to knock her down a few pegs. I have no doubt.
We'll see.
Right.
Well, I mean, I hope she don't go to jail, but I mean,
when you assault somebody,
you can't be beating up women for sleeping with your man. I mean, I think he needed a bottle.
Yeah. Why isn't she mad at him?
Why is water wet? I mean, I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
So, anyway, you guys, I don't see any more comments. Donovan, you have anything?
Well, I do have one thing. There is an album coming out, since we're talking about music. I just want
all right, let the people see your 10-gallon hat you got on.
Okay, look. There's this album coming out. It's going to be released July 26th, and it's called Plans. Perpetrating Life Agenda Nonstop, and it's by an artist named Demi Day McCoy, and she's on Facebook, and I'll put the stuff up later on, and you can get in contact. But it's going to be available everywhere. It's on SongLink, Day Plans, with the link to it and everything like that. And I'll send that up there. But Sista is on fire. I'm talking about, she ain't a Cardi B type. She's one of those.
Oh, well, we don't want to listen to it. I'm just playing.
Exactly. She's more like a Money Love.
Money Love?
Yeah,
okay.
like, Queen Latifah back in the day, very positive and stuff like that. So I want you guys to check that out and see what's happening. What?
I'm about to say Little Donovan X. The man who sings
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Brother making some dollars. Hey, I will be wearing this in our as I mount the stallion. You know what I mean? But anyway, everybody, please check out Demi Day McCoy. She's got an album coming out July 26th, available everywhere. It's called Plans, Perpetrating Life Agenda Nonstop. Check it out. I'm going to get a copy of it, and I'm going to debut it.
Link me into it so I can see it.
I'll link you into it, right.
And Charlie says reparations for slavery shelved for decades are on the table for 2020 election. Candidates backing proposals for research shifted after Senator Kamala Harris discussed it with radio host Charlamagne the God.
Charlamagne the Fraud.
July. So that was a couple of days ago. That was the second interview we were talking about. She was on there because before. Go ahead.
Well, no.
What was she saying?
What?
About reparations for black people.
You don't expect me to do something just for black people? No! Are you kidding? No! My God, no! A rising tide lifts all boats! You expect me to do something for black people? No. Unbelievable.
That one right there just kills me. That one kills because he got her like, he got that down to a science. She was like, you expect me to do something for, I'm not going to just do something for black people.
Boys got high. Like, are you kidding? What?
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry.
But I need their vote.
Right. So I guess now she's changing, you know.
Yeah, she came out with a so-called, I'm going to help black people get home ownership.
Right. And then she said something about tying, if you paying your electric bill on time now, y'all. You paying your electric bill on time and your water bill, that can hook that to the credit. Because I'm telling you, this is what she said. Because a lot of black people don't have credit. A lot of people don't have credit, but if you pay your light bill and stuff on time, that can be hooked to your credit. Every month it reports that you paid your light bill on time.
Wow, thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
But a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of people don't pay their light bill on time. So that also will
It's going to wreck their credit. It's going to wreck their credit.
Kamala, is that all you got?
The best thing you can do, cash and carry. Cash and carry. I have friends that say, I'm worth $500,000, I'm worth $1 million. No, you're in debt $1 million.
Right,
If you ain't got the money in the bank, you're broke.
Oh, gosh. Donovan is a nut. Okay, so let's see here. Cindy says, also I have to remember the NYPD was fucking with her sister. Her sister was just released, talking about what's her name, Hennessy, some damn body.
Yeah.
Her sister. Second, it was regarding Nicki Minaj, and alleged victims are being investigated.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's hope it all works out for Cardi B. You know, she's turned over a new leaf and all this other stuff. Stop fighting off in the club. And Joe Nelson says, exactly, dependency is our lot. Whites didn't steal us to take care of us. They didn't steal us. Steal this country to share with anybody, especially their slaves. So they sell the illusion of inclusion. Illusion of inclusion. While the reality is they hating and killing us in our own show of prosperity, etc. Absolutely.
Yes.
Stop believing that they want to be one with us.
No.
Malcolm X talked about a lot. There's a difference between somebody being your friend and somebody being friendly. He says he believes that white people are friendly.
Yes.
However, are they really our friends?
No. Look at your liberal white friends that don't want you to be armed, and they
your Republican friends.
Yeah. They defend Trump and stuff. They're telling you who they are. And I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't put it past white people. They would rather destroy this country, which is what they're doing.
Right.
Than share it with anybody.
Right. And Brandy asked, what do you think about ASAP being and Trump helping? I think Trump is, he's probably friends with, like I said, Kim Kardashian and Kanye. His son-in-law got the call from Kim asking him Trump to intervene with getting ASAP Rocky free from the Sweden's jail. But now Sweden's like, no, we're going to move him to better accommodations, but we're still keeping him until the trial.
Right.
I just think, honestly, the people that ASAP was talking about went to help him. He was talking about his in Soho and Hollywood and all that. They went to help him. So that's who should be helping him. I don't think ASAP, especially if he's innocent, should be in jail. But I think it's an eye-opening experience for him. If Trump and Kim and them get him out, great.
Right.
Now, continue helping to get other black people out as they've been doing, So Al says, don't lose the man that's in your corner for the MF. You think that's going to put you in a position.
Thank you. God,
Right.
Such knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think he's directing it at you.
You ain't talking to me.
He's talking to you.
Al treats me really good.
Yes.
I have no complaints at all.
Damn
None.
right. Damn
None
right.
at all.
You got a good man. Absolutely.
I do. So he ain't talking about me.
I know.
And Amanda says, giddy up.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Brandy's laughing. Charlie says, ha ha ha. And
that woman's so fine.
they talking about your ass, but they talking about Kamala.
Yeah.
So he laugh out loud. He sounds just like her. Y'all should see him. Oh my God, it's a mess. And she says, watch your mouth, Donovan, talking about my cousin Charlamagne the God. Is that your cousin?
Is that your cousin? Oh man.
Okay, well hold up, Cindy. You got plugs. Tell them we need to come on the show.
Yeah, look. Demetria, people have been trying to steal my talent. She's guest hosting on shows. Look. Give her a shout out if she could get on the show, man.
Right. Hook us up. Come on, Cindy. And let's see here. And Tay says Kim K ain't shit. Where was she when Trump was being a flaming racist? Yeah, you know.
Well, of course, you know. You got
yeah, she's using her connections to get the homies out, but.
Well, at the end of the day, she's white. You know, she's got to identify.
Yeah, but she got black kids.
Yeah, but
and a
at
black
the end,
man.
that don't matter to white folk. At the end of the day, when the lines are drawn, they're white.
I know.
Yeah.
So, how much time we got?
Oh, we got 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes, y'all. So, anything else y'all want to talk about? There's so many things going on. It's hard for me to just pick one. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I can't sing.
Let's talk about South Africa real quick, just to give you a refresher.
Okay.
Former President Zuma was at the capture commission thing for the government, stopped his testimony because it was getting into some deep stuff that basically was
okay.
he was part of. So we got to be stay on. I'll stay on. Top
Oh wait, you
of
talking about who?
Zuma.
Oh yeah, I heard that
Zuma.
on NPR
Yeah.
when he was saying they lying on me.
Yes.
Yeah,
When
I heard that.
All
yeah.
that corruption that's
Right.
going on. Name me a successful Black African leadership. There's never been none. Fact.
Okay. And Al, I see your joke, but I'm not reading that. And Charlie says Silk and Diamond, or Diamond and Silk
Yeah.
are Trump diehard fans. Listen, y'all gonna tell you
They're
guys
just
this.
trying to get that check. I don't blame them. Get paid.
Like, I'm mad at them for the coonery that they selling to white, because white people love them. They
it.
got millions of followers. White people love them. Oh my God, girls, you tell me
Candace
right,
Owens,
they just
yes.
like you.
That woman is just mind open.
Their hustle is telling white folks what they want
Wanna
to
hear.
hear to get white checks. But eventually they're going to have to come back. So they better save their money,
Yeah,
right?
if they're smart, they better save that money and start
Right.
buying them Yugos and stuff.
Or
so.
those birds of paradise wigs that they be wearing and stuff all the time. And Jonelle says that's it. They'd rather destroy it and self-destruct
Yes.
than truly see Black and Latin and Native empowerment. Trump is that virus doing the job for the Zionist
Yes.
benefit. Yeah,
See?
that's all it is.
A lot of people see this stuff going
Right.
on. I mean, you would have to be blind.
And that's why I said too, why are we surprised that Trump is doing any of this? It's now, why are we shocked and surprised? I'm not shocked at all. I mean, I'm not, oh my God.
It's all distraction. Yeah.
President, he's talking about sending people back to,
I mean, why are you upset if your representative, Maxine and all, they ain't upset?
where is Maxine still alive?
Yes.
Hey, is Maxine still alive?
She was on Joy Reid's show this morning.
And saying what?
Nothing.
And I heard somebody was trying to kill Frederica Wilson.
Yeah, supposedly.
Somebody trying to kill Frederica. And I guess there's somebody at the Pentagon or somebody trying to kill her for. The only reason why I thought about it is because of your hat.
Right.
Frederica Wilson is the black congresswoman that wears the big giant
She
cowgirl
represents.
hat
Yeah, she represents down like by down past.
by the riverside.
No, it's down there in the lower, not Miami, but then one adjacent to it.
Got it.
Because her girl,
Corinne Brown,
is supposed to be getting parole soon.
Hey.
So you know,
All right.
they'll give her her wig back.
So Marcus, you say, so when will the meek? When will the meek actually inherit the earth? Well, I will say this.
It ain't coming anytime soon.
Has anything meek ever inherited anything? Think about that. That's something we've been sold through the Bible.
Yep.
That the meek, but we know that anything that is meek is kind of docile and quiet. Not saying that they don't have anything powerful to say, but in this climate, us being meek is not going to get us anywhere but where we are.
Nowhere.
Plain and simple, right? And Amanda says, you don't get credit for paying your damn light bill. Well, that's an initiative Kamala is
she's trying to link it.
Yeah, so because she said there's a lot of Americans who don't have credit, but they pay their light bills on time, and they can't get it for whatever reason. They pay their light bills and their utilities on time, so we can just link that to the credit rating, and then that way it'll give them some credit. So those of you guys on the podcast, we will hear you later. So that's what's her thing. And Al, you says Moreno Valley residents are horrified because of a monkey on the loose. It was
Yeah. Keep it on the leash.
This fool is crazy. Says Moreno Valley. I have to read Al's stuff. I'm sorry. I to myself first. Moreno Valley residents are horrified because of a monkey on the loose. It was spotted loose in the area, and nobody knows where